Good evening to all and welcome to the session 200 Grammar Rules. So far you have learned 136 rules, today 137 to 140. All these rules go with question tags. Question tags are part of English conversation. English people use question tags for confirmation in conversational English. Here there are two dimensions. One, the first dimension, usually question tags, they go with common errors. What is this common error? A lot of people, for every tense use, isn't it? That is not correct. That's a common error. So you have to avoid that. The second thing, you have to learn how question tags are formed. Once you learn how question tags are formed, then you don't make that mistake. For every tense, isn't it not acceptable? Now let us start with how the question tags are formed. At the outset, what is a question tag? A question tag is a short question that comes at the end of a sentence. How do we form question tags? We form question tags by using appropriate helping verb. Every tense has a helping verb, appropriate helping verb that has to be used, and the subject. Subject could be a noun or a pronoun, but in the question tag, we should always use a pronoun. So, how do we form a question tag? By using the appropriate helping verb and the subject, that is pronoun. Already you have learned, according to one classification, you have three types of sentences: affirmative, interrogative, negative. Here you have to focus on affirmative and negative. If the sentence is in affirmative form, we should use the word not in the question tag after the helping verb, but you have to use a short form. Here, what is the first dimension? If the sentence is in affirmative form, we should use the word not after the helping verb. That means helping verb plus not, but we have to use a short form in the question tag. If the sentence is in negative form, we should not use the word not in the question tag. Because the sentence is in negative form, in the question tag, we should not use the word not. These two dimensions you have to remember. And when you practice question tags, every tense you have to practice both the sentences, affirmative and negative. I'm still with rule number 137. Here, he is a student. These examples go with what you have just learned. What is a helping verb over here? Is. You have to repeat that. And the sentence is in affirmative. Then in the question tag, you have to use the word not. But helping verb plus not, you have to use a short form. Is not. What is a short form? Isn't. And you have to repeat the subject, always a pronoun. Here it could be a noun or a pronoun, but in the question tag, it has to be a pronoun. She comes every morning. Present tense affirmative. What is the appropriate helping verb? Does. She comes every morning. Does not. Short form doesn't. She. They have done the work. What is the helping verb? Have. Have not. Short form haven't. And the subject they. They have done the work. Haven't they. They will bring the material. Will is a helping verb. Will not. Short form won't. Won't they. All these sentences are in affirmative form. Imagine the same sentences are in negative form. Then you have to remember in the question tag, you should not use the word not. He is not a student. He is he. She does not come every morning, does she? They haven't done the work, have they? They won't bring the material, will they? In the question tag, you should not use the word not. Rule number 138. If there is a negative word, now 38, 138, 139, 140, very important. A lot of students don't know these rules, higher level. If there is a negative word in the sentence, what are the usual negative words? Hardly, nothing, no. We should not use the word not in the question tag. Imagine in the sentence there is a negative word, then in the question tag we should not use the word not. Example, it has hardly rained this year. What is the negative word in this example? Hardly. And what is the helping verb? Has. You have to repeat the helping verb, but because of the negative word, in the question tag, you should not use the word not. Has it. Subject it. Hasn't it? Not correct. Has it. It is no good. We also say it is not good. It is no good. What is the negative word? No. It is no good. Because there is a negative word in the question tag, you should not use the word not. Helping verb is it, then it is correct. An important rule. Rule number 139. If the subject is nothing, we should use a pronoun it in the question tag. Imagine the subject is nothing, then in the question tag, we have to use a pronoun it. Nothing can be done. Nothing is a negative word. Based on that, in the question tag, you should not use the word not. And you have to repeat the helping verb. What is the helping verb? Can. And nothing, the subject is nothing. The rule says you have to use a pronoun it. Can it. Nothing has changed. Nothing is a negative word. And you have to use a helping verb. Has. Because there's a negative word, you cannot use the word not in the question tag. And because nothing is a subject, you have to use the pronoun it. Has it. Even this rule, a lot of people don't know. Important from the exam point of view. Rule number 140. If the subject is somebody, nobody, everybody, we should use a pronoun they in the question tag. Somebody wanted water yesterday. What is the subject here? Somebody. And this is in past. Wanted water yesterday. It is in affirmative. Then in the question tag, what is the appropriate helping verb that goes with past tense? Did. Did not. Short form didn't. But the subject is somebody. Then the rule says you have to use a pronoun they. Didn't they? Nobody called yesterday. Here, nobody is a negative word. Then you cannot use the word not in the question tag. Nobody called yesterday, past tense. What is the appropriate helping verb? Did. And we should not use the word not. And the subject is nobody. The pronoun they. Did they. This is also an important rule. A lot of people don't know. A few practice questions. She has been writing. First, you have to know the tense. You have to focus on the helping verb, appropriate helping verb. She has been writing present perfect continuous. And what is the helping verb has? It is an affirmative. This is a common error. A lot of people, for every tense, they say, isn't it? Not at all correct. Why? We don't have the answer. But now you have learned how to form the question tags. First, you have to use a helping verb. If it is an affirmative, you have to use the word not after the helping verb. And the short form has not. What is the short form? Hasn't. And you have to repeat the subject. Hasn't she? Then it is correct. Isn't it? Not at all acceptable. They completed the work yesterday. Which tense is this? Past tense. And it is an affirmative. If the sentence is in affirmative, in the question tag, we have to use the word not. Here, appropriate helping verb did. Did plus not, didn't. So, didn't they? Then it is correct. I'm drawing a picture, ain't I? This is an important one. You must have seen this expression, this question tag, ain't I? But it goes with slang. You may ask, sir, what is the meaning of the word slang? Slang means language in usage but not standard, not acceptable from the exam point of view. So this is important because it does not depend on logic. What is a helping verb here? Am. Already have learned how do you form the question tags. You have to use a helping verb, appropriate helping verb, plus not. If the sentence is in affirmative form, here it is in affirmative. I'm drawing a picture. So I'm not, ain't I, not at all correct, though it is in usage. It is standard English, aren't I. I am drawing a picture, aren't I. Then you may wonder, you may ask, sir, from where are has come? We don't see the helping verb are. But that is English, we cannot question. Every language has certain odd features we cannot question. We have to accept, respect, and move on. Just you have to remember from the exam point of view, they have given in many exams. I'm drawing a picture. What is the appropriate correct question tag? Aren't I? I'm not short form, aren't. Why? We cannot answer. I'm drawing a picture, aren't I? That is a correct question tag. She will come tomorrow, isn't it? Common error. What is a helping verb? Will. Will plus not, short form, won't. Won't she? Then it is correct. She will come tomorrow, won't she? They have been waiting for the bus. What is the appropriate helping verb over here? Have. Have plus not, we have to use haven't, not aren't. Haven't they? Then it is correct. Sentence number 7, it should have been 6. We had supplied the material, haven't we? Easy to make out once you know how to form the question tags. Here, helping verb had. Then you cannot use have. It should be had not, short form hadn't. Hadn't we? He plays cricket well. Here, present tense affirmative, appropriate helping verb does, because the subject is third person singular. Isn't he? Not at all correct. Doesn't he? Does plus not, doesn't he? He plays cricket well, doesn't he? The manager has assigned the work, haven't he? Easy to spot. Has helping verb. You cannot say haven't. You have to say hasn't he. Has not, short form, hasn't. She was cooking when I went home, wasn't she? Here we have two clauses. She was cooking, past continuous. When I went home, past tense. Don't consider the second clause. You should focus on the first clause. It is in past continuous. And what is the appropriate helping verb? Was. Was plus it is in affirmative. We have to use the word not. Was not, short form, wasn't. No error. And what is the subject? She. Repeated, no error. That means the sentence is contextually, grammatically perfect, flawless. She was cooking when I went home, wasn't she? Perfect. That's all for today. Thank you very much.